So the Social Security Administration came out just a few days ago with a list of surprising baby name trends in the U.S. right now. And there's some interesting ones. For instance, Sarah is a name that peaked in popularity in the early 90s, like 93. It's the third most popular girl name in the country, but it used to be anyway. It slipped to number 95. That's Sarah with an H at the end. I don't know why they put that H there, but they did. Here's the name that's interesting. I mean, Patrick used to be such a popular name for both, religious and just whatever purposes, but a lot of guys I know are named Pat or Patrick. The name Messiah is now more popular than Patrick. One of the fastest rising girl names is gonna part your hair. Icelyn. No, not Iceland. Icelyn. Iceland. And the fastest rising boy name is Truce. Yeah, like you're calling a truce. Some other names that are picking up steam include Halo, for gamers that are producing children now, I presume. And actually the name, not a nickname, but the name Honey. The name Nova, more popular than Grace. Genesis is more popular than Sophie. And I have a brother, Tom, of course, formal name Thomas, always been one of the most popular names in America. Do you know what name is now more popular than Thomas? And I'm not making this up because I'm on the airwaves. Maverick, believe it or not. So looking back, kind of what we do here, because many of us feel the best stuff is the classic stuff, right? Music and even fads. And the folks at Bro Bible, it's a website, they came up with a list of fads from the 90s that I found quite interesting. Now, for many millennials, the 90s seems like it was yesterday or 2 weeks ago, right? If you're an old fart like me, it seems like another lifetime ago. But they came up with a list of things that were not only fads, many of us kind of wish they were still around. And I've called the list here, but there's still several. I think many of you might agree with me. I know my daughter had rollerblades. They were legit in the 90s. Many people wish they would come back, kind of spawned roller hockey. Also in this list of fads, Beanie Babies. Never got into it. But there were those, it predated the Pokemon phase, but there were those that thought Beanie Babies were going to fund their retirement there for a while. Slap bracelets. Remember those? My kids weren't really into them too much. I saw them. I knew what they were. They were a huge fad in the 90s, and really they're genius. It's as if someone has millions of leftover measuring tapes and didn't know what to do with them, so they covered them in fabric and sold us to us parents, and they became popular. Here's another one I liked. I still do, because I'm old. Starter jackets. In the early to mid-90s, they were one of the wildest fashion fads in history, because they were both hyper-local, regional, national, even global. And in the early 90s, when I was in Florida, kids were all about them. And even when I moved to Columbus for the first time back in 92. Here's another one, and I saw this firsthand up close. I bought one. Not for me, but for my son, who was really into video games, still is, frankly. The Nintendo Game Boy, released in the summer of '89 in the US and Europe, didn't quite catch on right away here, but bundled with Tetris, the Nintendo Game Boy had every kid in the 90s with their thumbs on an electronic device. A few others that I thought were really cool, and I still do think this one is the Super Soaker. Why did that go away, or did it? Just don't see him very much anymore. Grunge music. I don't know what to say about that. I'll just leave it right there. Pogs. My daughter had Pogs, and I think my son collected them for a while too. They were all that. And if you weren't alive in the mid-90s or old enough to be aware of the world at that time, it's hard to comprehend how a fad like the Macarena could become so globally popular overnight. But it did. And some people are still doing it.